So here's a quick update on the plants which we had shown covered with the plastic container pieces last time in a previous video. So here I want to update you and show you how all the plants have actually survived the transplantation. We didn't lose any plant to transplantation shock, and as you can see here, the plants are growing healthy. All of them have survived. This is your favorite Chinese cabbage. You can see there all the rows have all the plants that was transplanted there intact. So in this small space, of course, as I told you in the previous video, we had 25 Chinese cabbage transplants, and you can see that all the 25 plants within the 5 rows are still intact. None has died off, and they're growing healthy. The plastic container pieces were used to cover them when they were still very young. They are this one shown here, and there were some more seedlings around this area here covered by one of those plastic container pieces, which help to protect these our plants from the scorching heat of the sun and so much of rain. That was a quick tip for you on how you can cover your transplants when they are still very young. So on this other side here, I had shown you cucumbers, which were also covered with the plastic container pieces, and all of them have also survived, of course, and you can see they're growing healthy there in these containers. All the containers have their plants still intact, none has died off, meaning the method actually works. The method of covering the plants with the plastic container piece actually works to protect the plants from heavy sunshine, which can sometimes cause the plants to be unable to survive the transplantation shock. So you can use that method in your backyard garden so that you are guaranteed that all your plants will survive any shocks from transplanting, so that you have a good growing season, which will then give you some fruits and vegetables from your garden. So how many containers can you see there? There are quite a number, and from each, if we get about 5 or 6 cucumbers, that's a good supply, so that you don't have to be buying the cucumbers from the market. You can just be growing them at home, just in your backyard. And on these cucumbers, I'll show you one more tip which you can use when they're still young. So these cucumbers, remember, they have been grown on the backyard along a chain link fence. They have their own tendrils which they'll use to support themselves, but sometimes it's good to also facilitate them in that support by using small threads. You can see I've already attached threads onto the cucumbers so that I start supporting them early enough in their growth, so that the plants don't fall off in case their own tendrils don't support them adequately onto the chain link fence. So onto each plant, you can see I've already hung the string which I've attached onto the fence there, so that at a later stage, when the plants are relatively big, that string helps to support them and give them additional enhancement to their growth and survival, so that we have enough cucumbers just harvested from the backyard of your garden. So I'll be giving you several tips to use in your backyard farming. So be sure to subscribe to the channel so that you keep on getting the tips that you can use to do farming in your backyard. On the other side here, I'm going to show you something small which I believe is important for you. You can see these other cucumbers here. We have already harvested them. And that implies we'll soon be putting seeds onto those containers so that we start their growing cycle afresh again. You can see some 1 or 2 fruits are still there, not yet harvested, but we are soon going to harvest those. And then what I wanted to show you from this side are these radish plants here. You can see the radish plants, very healthy and very big. You can see the stems are quite big. In fact, they're just growing in the backyard of the garden after I transplanted them some time back from a raised bed which I used as the starting point for them to grow. Yeah, so you can plant even radishes. You can see they're growing very big. See the amount of circumference for that radish. They're quite big, in fact, and this indicates that they can be propagated at home, or they can be grown at home in a small backyard space like that. You can see even that one also. It's quite big. The circumference of that radish is also quite big, which you can plant at home and then use as your vegetable. So be sure to subscribe to the channel so that you'll be getting more tips on how to do backyard farming to save you buying of some fruits and vegetables from the market. You can hear the songs of the birds. It's quite early in the morning. It's about 8:30 in the morning there, around 8:30 or thereabout. The birds are singing very well in the backyard. And yeah, those are some of the plants which we do grow here in our backyard, such that we don't have to buy all of them from the market, and therefore that helps us in having our fresh, organically grown food, which we can then use in our diet. So thank you. Consider subscribing to the channel so that you get more tips. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, give it a like. If there are sections of this video which you liked particularly and you want to comment on them, do proceed and comment on the specific section so that I know that that was okay and interesting to you. And in case there's something you need me to upload as a new video concerning